Moran Prescott, politicking with Mr. B. You want it, you got it. Whether you want it or not, if you don't want it, find something else to watch. But we hope you stay tuned. We've got a hell of a show coming up tonight. A lot of things we'll be discussing and going into with a live call in 508-974-4231. We want to hear the phones ringing. But before we go any further, Mr. Blazeman, if you got the flag ready, let's run the colors up. We got to get this show on the road, my friend. I certainly hope we're all set there. If not, we will just
pledge
go ahead.
To the flag
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And for all, I mean all of the people who are honest, law-abiding citizens, whether you're here visiting, or you're here, you were born here, or you've come in naturally immigrated. As long as you've come across our borders and on our soil in a legal manner, you're welcome to enjoy the blessings of liberty and the protections of our company and so forth that we have. But if you are here illegally, you are a criminal. You have committed a criminal act. You are not entitled to what this country has to offer. Get out. Go. You aren't being fair. You've acted wrong. You do not belong here. You must go and come and do things the right way so many others have. And that having been said, ladies and gentlemen, while the lunatic lefties are reeling from order after system-writing executive order coming up by President Donald Trump, the man nobody wants in Trump's back pocket is scorching the living shit out of the cash cow government fruit bar buffet known as USAID. A group that is made to sound innocuous enough to be a little more than a relief group has had the whale-sized portion of pork fat payouts under its roof. It would seem every conceivable left-wing special interest has hung its hat somewhere on this institution hooks. And it's got an awful lot of hookers going, believe me, they are milking the living shit out of our country with these things. And now that the doors have been flung open and the lights turned on, all the cockroaches are scattering all over the place for cover, crying, fascist, Nazi, unfair, racist. Just like a grouse does when a hunter flushes him out from under the thick brush, throwing sticks and leaves in his face while he's trying not to get shot in the ass flying away. So now these woke-ass critters are throwing around the same old tired-out claims of dark oppression. Look, we're tired of this bullshit. If you want to live in the land of make-believe, where 947,362 and 9/16 genders reside, play dress-up, and engage in kinky, freaky sex games, that's your business. It's not my business. I'm not God. I didn't make you. So I'm not going to take and pass any judgments on you. But, when you shove your shit down my throat, when you say that I must like what you like, then it is my business. And I'm going to tell you to fuck off and go play dress up in your own backyard. Then I'm going to go to what church I want. I'm going to eat what foods I like that satisfy my appetite, and I'm going to pray to God that I die how I choose to die, by what means I've chosen to live. That all having been said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you'll take that into consideration. If you have something to say about that, let's hear it. 508-974-4231. Mr. Blazeman, we have a video, our first video to come up. Where you got that settled up for us? Is that ready in the queue, sir? Well, I certainly hope so. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good look at this. Or not. Okay, well, we're hopefully gonna have that that video coming up very quickly. Oh, here we are.
Remember her, Bishop Marianne Budde, who gave a sermon at the Washington National Cathedral the day after the inauguration, and in her prayer urged President Trump to, quote, have mercy on various groups, specifically illegal migrants. Well, it turns out that Bishop Marianne Budde's Episcopal Migration Ministries, EMM, during the Biden administration received $53 million from government programs for immigrant resettlement. And that is just 2023. The 2024 numbers haven't even been released yet. So my guess is she probably received back-to-back payments. And now it all makes sense why she said this in her sermon.
I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away.
She wasn't praying for them. She was praying for her bank account. You always have to follow the money. As always, I want to hear what you think about.
Well, there you have it, folks. Follow the money. You don't have to follow too far. The question is, you got $53 million on these things that got paid, it's paid out or whatever else. Where did that money go? What has it done? Has there been anything truly benevolent done with the money? Whose coffers has it gone to? Whose nest is it feathering? All the cost of the taxpayers' dollars, ladies and gentlemen. We have to consider these things and all the things. And can you look at something like this and wonder why Elon Musk is doing what he has been doing? The man, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, has been going around and wielding a very sharpened axe, rightfully so, and there is timber falling all over hell and creation. Why? Why? Because the days of the pork fat are over. It is time that our government got cleaned up. All of the monies that are being spent going God knows where. It's coming out of your and my pocket. Do you understand this? The federal government doesn't just go, oh, there's money. Oh, there's no money tree. There is no money tree. There are no spontaneous little leprechauns that come around and go, Fatty goes to pool. All right, here you go in your government. You got another big pot of gold. No. Oh. Hello, Colner. You're on the air politicking with Mr. B. We'd like to hear what do you have to say? Who are you? Where are you from? Whoop. Okay. Well, I guess they didn't want to talk. All right. Well, 508-974-4231. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got something to say about this, we'd love to have you come in, give us your opinion. We'd like to know. In the meantime, there are so many other things that have been going on. The president has been going day after day, has been filing all of the different executive orders. And the left is going crazy, lunatic, wild. Because what is happening? What is happening? That's right. President Donald J. Trump is doing exactly what he promised. We've got another video coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Blaisman, you can go ahead and roll that if we're ready in time. I'd appreciate that. Here we go.
Rubio, will you call for ceasefire?
No, I'm not. On the contrary.
Rubio,
are you filming it?
Wait,
so I want you guys to get this. I want them to destroy every element of Hamas they can get their hands on. These people are vicious animals who did horrifying crimes. And I hope you guys post that.
And what about the civilians that are being killed every day?
Hamas should stop hiding behind civilians, putting civilians in the way. Hamas knew that this was going to lead to this. So Hamas should stop building their military installations underneath hospitals.
So you don't care that 15,000 have died? You don't care about the babies that are being killed every day?
I think it's horrifying. I think it's terrible, and I think Hamas is 100% to blame.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, war is not a friendly thing. Every time there has ever been a war, innocent people have died. Babies, elders, men, women, boys, girls have died and do die. Who wanted this war? The Israeli people were having a party and listening to music. It was a big whatever it is to do, blah, blah, blah. And Hamas launched an attack against Israelis. They killed hundreds. They killed thousands. They took hostages. They wanted this war. They launched the war. So the fact that their people are getting killed, the Hamas are the ones that are building, I don't know, whatever kind of warrior places under hospitals, in tunnels, underneath where apartment buildings are, and schools, and hospitals, and whatever municipal things. Things are getting all blown all to hell. Why? Why? Because of Hamas. And who are Hamas? Hamas are the people who live in Palestine. They call themselves Palestinians. Hamas are the people that are taking the innocent civilians and putting themselves hiding behind the innocent civilians, and they're getting killed. Bombs go off, innocent people are going to get killed. Shells get fired, innocent are going to die, along with the combatants. This is a fact of war. The Israelites did not want this. They were celebrating fun and life and happiness and peace when all of this shit happened, when Hamas did what they have done. Now, here's the question. Now that they have this brittle, if you will, at best brittle ceasefire that's going on, now they're saying, well, the Palestinians can go back into Gaza or whatever else. They've got. You can see things on the news. Hundreds of thousands of people marching in lines, just like the German people did when they were going back to their cities after the end of the war. The problem is they've got nothing to go to. And where they're going to, there are bombed out buildings and so forth, and there are unexploded bombs, unexploded ordnance. If these people go back to wherever it is they believe that they had lived, even if they can recognize it, and start trying to move stuff around or whatever else, boom, something's going to go off. And you're going to find more people getting killed. You're going to find more people getting killed. Now, President Donald Trump has said, you know, the Palestine people really they should go somewhere else. They're going to be walking their families, their children, and whatever else into an area with unexploded ordnance, buildings that are collapsed, 0% infrastructure, no running water, no electricity, no hospitals, no schools, nothing. After this war has gone, this place has been bombed back into the BC era. There is nothing there indicative of supporting life as we know it. If these people want something, they really do need to relocate. Now, President Trump has come out and made statements about the United States going in and working on that. We'll get more into that. And we've got another video to view. Mr. Blazeman, he's spot on, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Blazeman, you can go ahead and launch video. Wow. Video number.
I have a picture here of an Al-Qaeda leader, and they are in a U.S. aid tent. Look who signed the check for the initial $200,000 payment to the Islamic Relief Agency, the United States Agency for International Development. The more you look into U.S. aid, the more shocked you will become. U.S. aid was running a top-secret espionage program to undermine Cuba and push people to dissent. Now, let me show you how much money we're talking about. It included a $1 billion sovereign loan guarantee, $320 million in general assistance. So where else beside the NIH has money been coming from? By far, the largest donors are from USAID and the Department of Defense. Judicial Watch found that the U.S. State Department and USAID had been giving millions to the Macedonian arm of George Soros's Open Society Foundation. What for? To train youth movements. So USAID, and those are always, they're known by anybody who pays attention as CIA fronts. This is, the USAID comes into a country, they start doing things, and next thing you know, we've got a revolution on our hands because that's the CIA. USAID, and those are always, they're known by anybody who pays attention as CIA fronts.
I don't know.
This is, the USAID comes into a country, they start doing things, and next thing you know, we've got a revolution on our hands because that's the CIA.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that little something we had going on over there is just a little extra something. I'm sure you can enjoy that.
B, if I may,
Please,
that's insane. And you know what? No one has even considered even diving into that except the folks that we just had on screen. They were the only ones to talk about it. Because
everything you've heard is just scratches the surface, Blaze.
Well, and that's an insane freaking surface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's incredible. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to call into the show. We really, really want people to hear from you folks, okay? Because this is U.S. aid, right? Okay? Yeah, that's what I seen all the time when they showed horrible things of a warlord wanting to, starve 100,000 people. You know what I mean? And then here comes the U.S. aid, right? And they are up front for you and I and everybody else to see, right? Up front about it, right? You see those bags? I'm not thinking anything about it, right, B? I'm not thinking that it costs maybe about $10 million to send all of that food and medication over to help anybody in a country that needs help. In the meantime, they don't tell us that 30 million more was tacked on and was sent here, sent there, and everywhere else.
I mean, there were the things about $1,700 or $1,800 styrofoam cups that they were buying. $145,000 for Starbucks cinnamon flavored whatever it is coffee.
Yeah, I mean that's
individual things.
Right, that's a little extreme. I mean, I could say, yeah, all right. They had to have the air conditioner fixed in the building, and it cost them fucking $15 million. You know what I mean?
$15 million for a screwdriver and a little extra Freon.
$350 for a fucking hammer. I get all of that. You know what I mean? And I feel, because we just had about like 4 or 5 people just pop in, And I just, if it's okay with you, B, obviously it's your show, politicking, and I'd like to play that video again.
Yeah, run it again, please. 508-974-4231. If you're just tuning in, we've got Colin. We want to hear what you have to say. What is your opinion about this situation? Go ahead, roll that video, Mr. Blazer.
Okay, B, give me a sec. I got to reload it. It's coming up.
Yeah, if you want to give us a call in, 508-974-4231. If you call in and it rings or whatever else, we may have someone else on the line. Please wait. We will get to you. But we want to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got to really pay attention to this, man. This is like nutso stuff.
I have a picture here of an Al-Qaeda leader, and they are in a U.S. aid tent. Look who signed the check for the initial $200,000 payment to the Islamic Relief Agency, the United States Agency for International Development. The more you look into U.S. aid, the more shocked you will become. U.S. aid was running a top-secret espionage program to undermine Cuba and push people to dissent. Now, let me show you how much money we're talking about. It included a $1 billion sovereign loan guarantee, $320 million in general assistance. So where else beside the NIH has money been coming from? By far, the largest donors are from USAID and the Department of Defense. Judicial Watch found that the U.S. State Department and USAID had been giving millions to the Macedonian arm of George Soros's Open Society Foundation. What for?
No.
Train youth movements. So USAID, and those are always, they're known by...
Now, the lefties are going crazy because Elon Musk is going after delving into the payrolls and the payouts with people having to deal with CIA. He's following the money. He's following the paper trail that they never thought was going to be exposed. And they're starting to come out of this short early years. This is craziness. It's on steroids. And it's only getting worse and worse. Every time they turn over another rock, they find another giant pariah. And the lefties are going nuts. Because what they're doing is they're shutting down the revenue stream. They're shutting down the money that's getting paid out all of these crazy things that basically are lining pockets of their friends. 508-974-4231. Call us and hear what you have to say. If you got something to add to this, we'd love to hear about it. If you're a person who's working in the government and this is somehow or another affecting you, let's hear what you have to say. I'd like to know. Mr. Blazeman, what are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, B, I'm gonna take this down for you. Like I said, this is like it's blowing me away, because I'm kind of seeing all of this for the first time. Like I said, there's nothing else I could say is every time, like I said, that I seen that, and I'm like, the first thought that came to my mind goes, oh, there's the United States again, going in helping another country that doesn't seem to want to help themselves, or, look, just go and take the military away from these warlords. And I know that's what we tried to do, but when we do it, we're out of there within a couple of months. And then within 6 months after that, another warlord comes in and then this shit starts all over. Anyways, and that's the way I used to think of it, right? But it is, if you think about it, it was so easy to use that as a black ops. And
this was a clearinghouse for money for black ops.
Right, exactly.
But in so doing, they decided to turn around and say, well, since you're using some of the money for black ops, we're going to take and create this other whatever the hell it is thing and whatever else that's innocuous and it has some crazy stupid name and some crazy stupid inane purpose or whatever else, and milk money out of it. $175 million to study what flavor an earthworm could be or whatever the hell it is. All these stupid things that they come up with. And nobody's ever been held accountable. Ever.
Right.
These are the things that I happen to find profoundly unconscionable. Well, all right, we're going to take a break. Come back in about 3.5 minutes, and when we come back, we're going to have some more discussion about this. 508-974-4231 is the number to call in. We'd like to hear from you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Politicking with Mr. B. And, of course, in the background, my dear friend, Mr. Blazeman, our engineer and producer, as they say they call. I like to call him the engineer because he does a lot more than just produce and stuff. He does a lot of things with the Wizzies and Gornaks and Kukabatu things that make all of this all happen for the FFN network. So, yeah, we've been talking about a lot of the things that have been going on with this crazy, stupid money that's getting basically shell gamed around in this U.S. aid company thing, which is turning out the more times they turn over more stones or whatever else, they're finding more and more things. It's funding a lot of crazy operations around the world that basically comes back to operations that would be run by the CIA. And now that they've come out with all of this, they're already starting to beat the living crap out of Elon Musk. Yes, okay, there's that. They're trying to beat the living crap out of Elon Musk, and now people, especially on the left wing, in our seat of our cradle of government, are starting to turn around and say that they want to take and force Elon Musk in to come in and offer testimony about what's going on because he's seen fit to get himself access.
Yeah, they want to try to indict him. They want to try to indict him on what? What are they trying to indict him on?
He's doing what he was ordered to do by the fellow who hired him.
Exactly.
What are you going to indict him for? He's doing his investigation. Now, it is my understanding that Elon Musk is in his job and can only be there for something like 130 or 160 days, something of that nature, because he's not a cabinet member. He's a special appointee or something of that nature. So he can only be into his position for only so long of the term. So he's hit the ground running, and he's just not going to stop. He's going through these things like a freight train, but rightfully so. And after all of these things are getting shuttered, that are getting moved out, they're getting downsized or whatever else, the amount of savings that is going to be seen and known is going to put a hell of a dent in our national debt from not paying out all this crazy bullshit money anymore and being able to pay back and pay down our national debt and get us out of the freaking hole. But there are people who are fighting tooth and nail every step along the way, and they don't like it. They don't want to do with it. What do you folks think about this? Do you think that this is the right thing to be doing? I think that there's no problem with it at all. I think that
as far as what
responsible thing, that Elon Musk is doing what needs to be done.
Well, I'll tell you what. I agree with you with that. He's being told, through the president and, and all these things like that. Again, when you stop fucking around, right, with people's livelihoods, and I mean this in a bad way, because the corrupted ones, okay, which they're all both sides, everybody wants their hand in the piggy bank. I don't give a fuck. So, the congressional Democrats are absolutely flipping the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, flipping out. And Trump was on TV today, okay, and actually signed some kind of declaration that if he was assassinated, what needs to be done.
Oh, yeah. About Iran being basically wiped out.
Yeah, but
turned into a smudge.
I think you're gonna love me for this, and this is gonna be like, I'm gonna go back and forth on the video because it's an hour. Okay. But I watched some of it, and trust me, your audience is only gonna need about maybe 6 or 7 minutes of this video. But this is the congressional Democrats. They held a rally today, all right, to decry Elon Musk's influence in federal government.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. We got to see this. We've got to see this.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. I knew you was going to enjoy that, and that's what I was doing. So I apologize if I didn't answer you right away because that's what I was searching for I was searching for this. I didn't want to get.
It's quite all right. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
do
want
want
to
to
get.
take and broach the subject about President Trump saying about us taking over Gaza, but please, let's get into this. This is important.
Right. And there's a sign in the back here that says, "Stop hating each other because you disagree." Truth conductor. That's what it says. I don't think that these people in this rally kind of noticed that. I think it could have been edited in by the person who did the video. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure. But this is certainly out of place where it says stop hating each other because you disagree. Because when you see and hear, the reason why I say see is because the reactions on some of them, you can see the hate on their face.
Right.
Okay, so let's take a peek. This is crazy fucking shit right here, man. All right, here you go, B. Remember, I'll be doing a back and forth. All right.
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. That's the chant, in case y'all haven't.
They've been chanting that since the 1970s, 60s even. Hey, hey, ho, ho, whatever it is. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Something new.
Oh, hello. Yeah, you can hear me now, yeah?
Yes, we can hear you now,
yeah.
Just listen.
Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. When the crowd, I'm going to okay.
They're like, nobody elected him for anything. He's not. Trump created this other.
Yes.
This other wing or whatever or something like that. And I don't know, did he put him in charge? I mean, some of these people might have a point. I mean, because of it, if you have to explain that excuse me a moment.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these people are all upset simply because of Elon Musk doing what the job is. And President Trump has wanted the fat rooted out and cut, and all of these things that are taking and siphoning money off from the government and taking money, basically stealing money from the American taxpayers. And the deadwood is falling all over the place, and these people are going crazy. Why? Because they know the gravy train has been stopped, and that's what they're upset about.
People and replace it with tax cuts for billionaires. Did you vote for that? It's outrageous. It must end. That's why we're here today. It's why on Sunday night, over 50,000 people joined us on a live stream to take action and call on their members and their senators to fight this.
All of these people that are out there doing their protesting and whatever else, if they've got the energy to do this, they've got the energy to go out and find a freaking legitimate job.
We're about to hear from many of them who are using their unique power.
Okay, so she is like, watch.
Members of Congress. We're here today because an unelected billionaire and his team have been given full and unfettered access to our taxpayer money and our government. We just tried to enter the Treasury building as members of Congress, and we will, because we need to provide oversight to Elon Musk and his team. We don't know what they're doing behind these closed doors. The people deserve transparency. The fact that an unelected billionaire
They're getting
has all
it.
your private information is a problem. But we're not going to be the minority. We're going to be the opposition. We're not going to allow them to steal from our people, from working class people.
To preach.
Here's a good one right here.
I just want to say thank you, because every day that we show up in D.C., we show up for you. We know who we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now.
There we go. The ghetto comes right out. Listen.
I'm not going to be able to preach because I probably won't be able to stop cussing. But let me tell y'all something. I know some of y'all have been frustrated. And you've been saying, where are the
Look at
Democrats?
Maxine Waters.
Where are the leaders? Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all. All right? We are here. We are also going to make sure that they uphold the law. We are not going to sit around while you go ahead and desecrate our Constitution, or you look at the laws that have been passed into law and say, never mind, we'll just ignore that. Instead, we are going to be in your face, we are going to be on your asses, and we are going to make sure
You see how people respond to cussing and stuff like that? It's insane.
So let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. You're going to learn a few lessons from us. And I'm going to be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right? Now let me be clear. What Maxwell said is true. Our job is to conduct oversight. We both serve on the oversight committee. And right now, as elected leaders who tried to go in, we were told, well, hold on a second. We got to check to see if you can come in. Now, y'all know he likes to pal around with Putin, right? He's trying to turn us into Russia.
Here we go. That's another reason why I want to play it.
People will not go. It's cold out here, and y'all, yeah, we won't go. We won't go. We won't go.
Cutting into a time.
Well, whatever.
Thank you.
They get nasty, B, but like I said, we don't have the time for it.
Senator Jeff Merkley from the great
People,
state of Oregon.
they're all worried about the illegal aliens not being around to pick the fruit. Well, guess what? Because they're not doing anything else. Now, there's plenty of these people who can go out and pick all the fruit.
Exactly.
They lost. What else they got?
Exactly. Yeah. They lost the fight with the illegals. They lost the fight, period, when Trump was voted into president of the United States. All right. Now he's took, the hands out of the cookie jar again. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure down the road, if there was another Democratic president, that there would be some kind of funding set up to help the illegals that are in here, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And then there goes a shit ton of our taxpayer dollar, like she's saying, okay? But so far, they haven't done anything with anything. All they're doing is looking at the books, per se. Let's listen to this clown.
When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. All right, we're ready to fight, so let's get at it. So, did anybody vote for a government of billionaires for billionaires? Are you ready to stand up and defend our democracy? Yes! What we're in the face of right now is an authoritarian takeover of our country, and we say...
P.O., you're not laughing about that. It's a authoritarian fucking takeover. Yeah. This is why I had to... I'm telling you, man, it's fucking great.
Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! The first thing The first thing that an authoritarian dictator wants to do is take down the folks, the inspector generals. That's what he did, and we want them restored. We want the inspector generals back in.
Nope, they weren't doing a good job.
And then reinstate. And then what happened? He took and went to the FBI offices and had those who cover the executive branch marched out of their offices. That is so wrong. We want the FBI looking at Trump and his team. And then, of course, replace the regular news with propaganda. You see, take the mainstream press, throw them out, put in the right-wing crazies to mislead the American
You mean
people.
like the left-wing fucking crazies? All right, B, I saved the best for last for you. Here she comes.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for Jeff Merkley. Thank you. And I'd like to introduce Auntie Maxine, representing Maxine.
Oh, God. Help us.
We have convened here in the right place, the Treasury Department. We have got to tell Elon Musk, nobody elected your ass.
You know, the Treasury
Nobody
is its own
told
thing.
You could get
Do you
all
think
of our
that they
private
understand that?
information. Nobody.
The Treasury it's their own thing.
Yeah.
You understand? They don't fucking answer to the government. You know what I mean? It's a fucking bank. It's a bank, B.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck they're doing out there. You know what I mean?
Nobody else would let them stand in front of their building.
Yeah, B. Yeah, B. All right, B. I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna let you talk to your viewers.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in the final minutes of our segment this evening, Donald Trump, our president, number 47, has come out and made the statement that the people from Palestine should no longer be there, and suggested that these people should go to other areas that aren't seated with all of these bombs and whatever else, and haven't been blown down into piles of rubble and sand. That they should go somewhere where there's actually infrastructure, where it is congruous with living human beings. And he's also stated that the United States was going to take over the Gaza, the Gaza Strip or whatever it is there that they got there. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. All that's there is there's an awful lot of work to do, and I'm sure there would be a lot of money to be made by people destroying and processing and reclaiming all the land.
Yeah, we can't take over the Gaza Strip. I mean, you know, he wants to, you know, the way he said it. And again, I think this is another Trump foot in mouth. You know what I mean? Because we can't take over the Gaza Strip. They wouldn't go for it. The Saudis wouldn't go for it. They wouldn't go for it at all. Number one. Okay. Number two, you know, what are you going to do? Fucking put resorts there and shit like that? That's the way he made it sound. You know, you're going to put resorts there. To my opinion, it's fucking dumb. I don't think it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I know for damn sure it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know. Why doesn't Hollywood and the Democrats and everybody get together like they do? You know, they did a decent thing for the LA fires and stuff like that. You know, but that's to, to make sure that the areas that they live in are all taken care of. Anyways, let them go and have a fucking parade and a concert and everything and raise tons of money to rebuild the Gaza Strip.
Blow them up too.
You know what I mean? And then when they get there, and the sissies and the people that don't know what they are, and they walk on Gaza land, and they're out there, and the first thing that happens to them is somebody starts throwing fucking rocks at them.
Look, before anything else is done, they need to find out and figure out what in the hell is going to go on as far as government is concerned that's there. And are they actually through? Have they actually polished off, which I sincerely doubt, the Hamas? Or is Hamas just going to take and bide its time and build up its numbers again?
Well, that's what happened.
Keep sowing the seeds of their idealism and do all this shit all over again.
Right, exactly. But that's what happened last time. I don't know. Look, you don't go by years with me. I'm not sure, but I know it was like a super long time ago. They made some kind of agreement or whatever that Palestine was going to just govern themselves and all that stuff like that, and Hamas, and then anyways. And that worked out for some time. And then all of a sudden, Hamas slowly started getting in there, influencing, threatening. And then before you know it, they run the government, So I don't want to see any American tax dollars go to Gaza to build up. So down the road, 10, 15 years from now, Hamas starts slowly moving in again. And we're in the same fucking situation that we're in now. So, B, I know you're getting short on time, but I'd like to play this video at the end of your show, okay?
Go ahead, roll it. Just go ahead.
You want me to put it up? Because I think this is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, this is Democrats, okay? This is Democrats, all right? Democratic residents, they go off on the mayor of Chicago. You got to listen to these people. They've
going to be good.
Yeah, they've had it. They just had. I'm telling you. Let's listen. Let me pop this up here. Okay, let me get that going here. Switch that there. All right, that's as big as I can get it. So let's go.
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in a $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaigned and doubled down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example at this right here first. Please come here first. Spend our tax dollars to go. Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. That's cool because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's gonna ride? I think not. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
This was going to happen to you. You got Kash Patel and Pam Bundy that you're going to have to deal with sooner than later. Then it's going to be an audit. Next, it's going to be an investigation. Then it's going to be an indictment. Conviction. That's what's going to happen to you.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here. I am speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait. So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60 plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Robbie Manuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you
What the hell? And there we go.
Now, how'd you like that, B?
Wow.
How'd you like that? That's it. I'm gonna try to get the full one.
Yeah.
We've been voting Democrat for years and see but now our eyes are open. Okay,
Blazeman, I'm starting to experience some sort of a technical problem here. Are you still there?
Hold on a minute. All right.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here. You probably can't hear me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cutting.
Okay,
in and out
sign out.
All right. Let's close it out. I'm.
Yeah, sign out.
Yeah. All right, folks. It's been a night. I'm having a little difficulty this evening. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next week.
You have just watched an FFN Network production.